Hello, I'm Carolynne Hunter and I care for my daughter Freya, who lives with severe complex health and disabilities. Freya is 16 next week. She's a really happy wee girl. She goes to school, she goes to Rachel House, the hospice for respite. Most of all though, Freya loves to be at home. She's a wee home bird and enjoys being around her family and the carers that she knows. Freya has 2-to-1 care. She's got quite extensive and intensive medical needs 24/7. Freya does go to school as much as we can send her because sometimes she's maybe not well enough to go to school, and she loves it, so that's important for her. So yeah, Freya has quite a lot of medical care constantly going on. She has a lot of physio provided by the staff and myself. Yeah, so back in March 2022, I received a bill letter from Scottish Power suggesting that I needed to pay £855 a month going forward. Now, this was because of the energy price cap being raised at that time. Now, between the months of March and October, November, I relentlessly campaigned after my letter that I put on social media went viral. STV picked up the story and then everybody wanted to talk to me about it. And I was obviously speaking for families similar to myself. And because the worry that I had at that time was that I didn't have enough money coming in to pay for a bill of £855 a month. So historically, my older daughter and I lived in a cold house over winter because we couldn't afford to heat the rest of the house because of the amount of energy that was needed for Freya's area. So there was not much I could cut back on. And, you know, when I'm talking just now, I'm talking for other families in a similar situation to me, who are caring for children, their children, loved ones, who have significant health needs. And 9 times out of 10, the parents are not able to work, so they are relying on carers allowance and benefits to live. And extortionate energy bills are just not an option. But we can't not power the equipment needed for our children's life support. And we also need to be comfortable ourselves because we are providing, you know, care for our children, extensive and intensive care. My campaigning was around a cheaper tariff for families like mine, and that came out in the words of social tariff. Also looking at energy efficient homes, providing solar panels, providing heat pumps, making sure insulation was done in homes for people like myself. The social tariff, I've been part of that working group with the Scottish Government, and that was a really good project to be part of, and that's now sitting with Westminster. There was a bit of good news last week about Ofgem potentially clearing some debts for people who are vulnerable customers with energy suppliers. That's really positive, but there is a criteria, and you know, there will be a lot of families similar to mine maybe don't fit that criteria, but they are still have mounting debts because they were faced with high energy bills because of the usage that they needed to have to provide the support for their family member. And I think, you know, we need to think out the box and think about what can be done to support families immediately. And the other thing that I worry about is, you know, we're living in an unstable world at the moment, and what happens if energy bills, the price cap goes up again to a huge amount. We've got people having their packages cut of care and not getting any support. There's a lack of social carers. So, you know, we're already on our knees. We went through the pandemic and it was, you know, it still haunts us. there's so much work to be done, and I just feel that, you know, as a carer, I want to enjoy the days, the time, everything that I have with my daughter, and I'm sure a lot of other carers do as well. You know, everybody wants to have the best time with the people that they look after, and they want to be able to have no stress around financial problems. They don't want that, and I feel that, you know, it's not changing for carers, and you know, we want to work. We want to be able to be independent. We want to be able to earn money. We want to be able to have a life outside of caring, but we want to also be supported so that we can enjoy caring for our loved ones.